Let's go, boys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nordonia High School and the Hugh Griffith Memorial Gymnasium for tonight's Suburban League basketball game between the visiting Hudson Explorers and your Nordonia Knights. The players, coaches, administrators from both schools, as well as the game officials, are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and are to be treated with respect by all in attendance. Please remember that this is a game played by student athletes and sporting behavior is expected. The officials assigned to this game have been selected according to procedures adopted by the Suburban League and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials for tonight's game are Carl Davidson, Nick DeCesar, and Patrick Henderson. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their appointment to this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America and all who have served this country to defend those freedoms, please rise and gentlemen remove your hats, and veterans are encouraged to salute for the playing of our national anthem. Introducing the coaches, Hudson head coach Jeff Brink and assistant coaches Chris Kessick, Thomas Stockard, Bruce Thomas, and Jeremy Tawney. Nordonia head coach Dominique Sanders and assistant coaches Don Jones, Don Springer, Devon Sanders, and Dave Smith. Now the introduction of the starting lineups. For Hudson, number 2, Aiden Lau. For Nordonia, 6'4" senior, number 2, Joel Jones. For Hudson, number 22, David Gentry. For Nordonia, 5'9" senior, number 3, Luke Tyacody. For Hudson, number 23, Michael Klein. For Nordonia, 6'3" senior, number 10, Damon Wallace. For Hudson, number 24, J.D. Taylor. For Nordonia, 5'11" senior, number 11, Anthony Lee. For Hudson, number 25, Tyler Miller. And for Nordonia, 6'1" junior, number 12, Matt Hayes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nordonia High School. Happy Tuesday night to you. Here from the Hugh Griffith Memorial Arena, we're just about set and ready to go for tonight's interscholastic basketball matchup, varsity matchup, between your Nordonia Knights and the visiting Hudson Explorers. Let's get you started out with your starting lineups for the game, ladies and gentlemen. First for the visiting Explorers, who win the tip. We're starting off with number 2, Aiden Lal. Number 22, David Gentry. Number 23, Michael Klein. J.D. Taylor and Tyler Miller out there for the Hudson Explorers. For the Nordonia Knights out there, Anthony Lee starting out. He was fantastic last home game for the Knights with 16 points. He's starting out there. Number 11, Joel Jones, Luke Tycody, Matt Hayes, and Damon Wallace also out there for the Nordonia Knights, as the Hudson actually got on the board first on a fast break. They have a 2-0 lead here to start the game out. Here is Joel Jones, pestered by 2 Hudson defenders, gets it to Wallace down low, had it blocked inside, looked like it got blocked by David Gentry. The putback by Damon is no good. Here comes number 25, Tyler Miller for Hudson. Gets it out for Gentry. Gentry, the center, official center for Hudson. Tyler Miller gets it back. Miller looking, finds J.D. Taylor once again. Taylor guarded by Tycody. Taylor driving around the paint. Here comes Aiden Lal. Lal spins, now finds number 23, Michael Klein. A lot of ball movement here by Hudson, but the Knights equal to the defensive challenge. Lal. Nice pass inside. That was Michael Klein. The layup is good for Klein. And it is a 4-0 start for the Hudson Explorers. Here comes Anthony Lee bringing up the ball for Nordonia. 4-0 lead for Hudson. 6:17 to go here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So happy to have you with me here on a Tuesday night, wherever you may be. Here's Luke Tycody in the corner for 3. Hit it, and the Knights are finally on the board. Luke Tycody gets the 3-pointer to go. Some nice ball movement there. The open 3-point shot for Luke. Here is Aiden Lal, guarded by Anthony Nee. Finds Gentry. Gentry now. This is Aiden Lal. Back to Gentry. Top of the key is J.D. Miller. Miller finds J.D. Taylor finds Miller. The pass by Gentry was picked off, and it's Hayes. Here come the Knights on the fast break. The layup by Matt Hayes is off the mark. I think J.D. Taylor was trying to draw a charge. No call by the officials, and it's going to be Knights ball. Fast, electric pace to start this game. Luke Tycody finds Matt Hayes. Back into Damon Wallace. Now he's double-teamed. He'll spin. He'll have it drive and get it blocked by David Gentry. Here comes Hudson with a 4-3 lead and this offensive possession. The drive all the way inside by Tyler Miller is good. It is a deuce for Miller, and Hudson has doubled their lead, a 6-3 advantage over Nordonia. Here comes Hayes, pestered by Miller. Now Anthony Lee, guarded by Aiden Lal. Finds Jones. Jones is guarded by J.D. Taylor. Jones, cross-court pass to Hayes. Amazing athleticism to catch that pass. Tycody just hit a 3, thought about it again. He'll pull up in the paint and gets it to go. So a great start for Luke Tycody tonight. He has all 5 points right now for the Knights. It's a 6-5 Hudson advantage. Here come the Explorers. Jones nearly got the steal. Gentry all the way to the bucket and was fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So nice start here on the boards for David Gentry as well.
Foul is on number 2, Joel Jones.
Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we do not have we do not have Ben Hirsch joining us. Hopefully next week for our next boys home game, he will be with us. It's just me tonight, just Shane and I on the journalism crew tonight for Nordonia Hills, as Gentry hits his first free throw to give the Explorers a 7-5 lead. The second free throw by David Gentry is also good, so that means Hudson has an 8-5 lead over the Nordonia Knights with 4:37 to go here in the first quarter. Vincent McFarland looking to check in for Nordonia at the next dead ball. Anthony Lee, top of the key, guarded by Law. Now finds Matt Hayes. Ty Cody, top of the key, to Jones. Jones looking, does a couple of crossovers on J.D. Taylor, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by Wallace. The nice fake, the drive, and we saw a lot of that from Damon Wallace in our last home game. That nice up fake by Wallace, able to go up, gets fouled. Last game, though, he was making a lot of and-one conversions. Not the case with that play you just saw. Wallace misses his first free throw, and Wallace was actually drawing those three-point plays quite consistently. Led to a 62-49 victory for the Knights this past Friday over the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Joel Jones has checked out and is replaced by Vincent McFarland, number 32 for the Knights. As here come the Explorers, who have an 8-5 lead over the Knights. David Gentry, the drive all the way, had it partially deflected. Looked like it may have been deflected out of bounds by a Knight, but it is not. It's Nordonia ball. Here comes Anthony Lee, who's had a bit of a slow start to this game so far. He had 16 points in the last home game we covered here at Nordonia High School. Bit of a slow start tonight, though, however, for Anthony. Matt Hayes drills a three. So, I really like the game Matt Hayes brings to the table. He's a very versatile player, can shoot, can drive, can, hit layups off the glass. Just a great overall player, all-around player, I should say. As he ties this game up at 8 apiece. Aiden Law misses the rebound. The three-point shot is an air ball by Tyler Miller. Carter Buzelli, looking to check it, is going to be checking in for the Explorers. Next dead ball, it's a Ty Cody three that's off the mark. Here comes Aiden Law. Aiden Law driving all the way. Aiden Law, where was the defense on that possession? Looks like Anthony Lee and Wallace got a little bit confused as to what that defensive rotation was going to be. Aiden Law gets the easy layup, the cash, and it is a 10-8 lead for Hudson. Here's Ty Cody, guarded by Tyler Miller, finds Damon Wallace. Damon Wallace is double-teamed. Dominique Sanders wanted to call a timeout with that double team, wasn't able to do so, as Coach Dominique Sanders aggressively yelling instructions for his team on the offensive end. Knights struggling to get the ball inside. Nice feed, McFarland. The shot is an air ball by Vince. Here comes the Explorers, Tyler Miller. Sorry, still learning some of these Hudson names. Gentry looking to post up McFarland. Will do so. He was double-teamed by Hayes. An open three-pointer for Michael Klein is off the mark. Wallace the rebound. Here come the Knights looking to push. It's a 3-on-1 fast break if they hurry, and the pass was off the mark by McFarland. Little too fast of a pass by Vince. Anthony Lee is going to be the only Knight to stay in. It's going to be a whole new batch to go out there with Anthony. It's Joey Palinkas, Joel Jones, Michael Ochipinti, and Liam Gopalakrishna out there for the Nordonia Knights. Or Derek Ochipinti, Number 15 for the White. Here comes Nordonia. Hudson, Jack Loatman of Hudson has also checked into this ball game. The drive by Loatman finds Gentry. The hook is short. Nice parry there inside by Joel Jones. Here comes Liam Gopalakrishna pushing it all the way. Finds Palinkas, the up fake. Back outside to Gopalakrishna. Back up top for Anthony Lee, who is once again pestered by Aiden Law. Anthony taking his time here, checking the clock. Finds Palinkas. Joel Jones. 2-point jumper is an air ball, so not a great shot there for Jones. who had a great game on Friday night, really just was able to pick up the pace, did a fantastic job in Friday night's game, had some energy boosts as well for Nordonia. Carter Brazel also is checked in for Hudson, number 1. Isaiah Powell also in the game for the Explorers. Tyler Miller, who it looks like he's going to be their primary ball handler tonight. Miller, guarded by Jones, finds Brazel. Brazel is guarded by Gopalakrishna. Brazel puts his mouthpiece in and looks ready to go. The Knights able to draw a turnover there by Hudson. Looks like Lohitman of the Explorers unable to cash in on a quality pass. Here's Ochapinti. Derek Ochapinti finds Gopalakrishna. In the corner was Joey Palinkas. He thought about the 3. Liam Gopalakrishna back up top for Anthony Lee. Anthony Lee guarded by Lal. It's Ochapinti guarded by Powell. Anthony Lee short on the 3-point attempt. The outlet pass for Lal. He's guarded by Ochapinti. So that's 2 wide open layups for Aiden Lal. And the Explorers have a 12-8 lead. Final seconds here of the quarter. Derek Ochapinti. Gopalakrishna is going to try a 3. And it's going to be off the mark. So a 4-point advantage here for the Hudson Explorers after 1 quarter. A 12-8 lead for Hudson. Rough start for the Knights in general. Only get 8 points up on the board. Anthony Lee has yet to score. Luke Tykody has 5 of their 8 points. So he has the hot hand right now if you're the Knights. Looking to get him the ball a little bit more. When we come back from Nordonia High School, it's a 12-8 ball game. Hudson on top.
216-93 play. University Hospital's Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Nordonia Athletics.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nordonia High School. Darius Sethna joining you for our Nordonia High School boys varsity basketball broadcasts. Hey, if you haven't yet, make sure, if you're on NordoniaHills.news, make sure you check out the Cleveland Sports Show podcast that I host every week. I now have a new freshman named Logan Purcell. He's joining me every week for the show. We're talking about NBA, Cavs season coming back. Browns are on a winning streak once again. And we'll be talking about the Indians hopefully soon. Some soccer news also with the Columbus Crew in the MLS Cup Finals. Meanwhile, we're back here, though, at Nordonia High School, where it has been a low-scoring affair so far. But the Knights only find themselves down 4. This guy's had the hot hand, Luke Tykody, but he turns it over to the hands of Tyler Miller, who I said is going to be the primary ball handler tonight for Hudson. He'll drive on Jones. The layup all the way is off the mark. Looks like Jones got a piece of it. Derek Ochapinti finds Anthony Lee. Anthony's had a rough start to this game, hasn't scored yet. Now he has an open 3. That's got to be money. I guess I jinxed him a little too early. Sorry about that. He was just fantastic last night. Friday night, if he had that shot Friday night, he certainly would have made it. He had 16 points, Anthony Lee did on Friday night. Has yet to score here, however, in the second. The foul is drawn by number 23 of Hudson, Michael Klein.
Foul is on number 23, Liam Gopalakrishna, his first.
Or, excuse me, no, it's Gopalakrishna committed that foul. Thought that was going to be a shooting foul there. Hudson's going to retain possession with Lal to inbound. Here's Klein. Klein for Miller. Miller, a deep 3, is off the mark. Joel Jones, the rebound. This is where the Knights are at their best. When they're pushing the pace, it's Matt Hayes. It's a bucket. So Matt Hayes on a nice pass from Joel Jones cuts this lead to 2. It's 12-10 Hudson with 6:42 to go here in the first half. We'll be back with you from Nordonia High School in a few seconds for more second quarter action. Stay tuned.
Timeout call by Hudson, 30-second timeout.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nordonia High School. We are in a low-scoring affair, as I mentioned earlier. The score right now, Hudson 12, Nordonia 10, with 6:42 to go here in the second quarter. Anthony Lee, the star of the Knights, has yet to score, but Luke Tycody and Matt Hayes have really picked up the slack tonight. Right now, it's going to be Hudson to inbound the ball. Out there for the Knights is Liam Gopalakrishna, Matt Hayes, Luke Tycody, Derek Ochapinti, and Joel Jones. As Jones deflected it out of bounds, that pass looked like it was intended for David Gentry of the Hudson Explorers, number 22. Special thanks to Shane Romero as well for his excellent job on the camera tonight with the Nordonia Journalism Group. Thank you, Shane. Really appreciate all your efforts. Here come the Knights. Luke Tycody, who's had that hot hand in the first quarter, finds Liam Gopalakrishna to Hayes. Knights are really struggling to get the ball inside right now. Here's Jones, or Ochapinti, excuse me, finds Jones. Ball's managed to stay inbound. Hayes tries a three. Off the mark. That was close, but the Knights are able to gain the rebound. It's Ochapinti. Finds Liam Gopalakrishna. Gopalakrishna is going to take on J.D. Taylor. And it's Lal guarding Tycody. Ochapinti guarded by Tyler Miller. Luke Tycody. Shot fake. Had it taken. The lob for Joel Jones was intended for Jones, however, but a turnover. Sloppy game here for the Knights thus far. Can Hudson take advantage? We'll see. Here's Lal. Lal finds Tyler Miller. Miller back to Lal, posting up on Hayes. The spin, the shot is off. David Gentry and Joel Jones fighting for the offensive rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession, however, is going to favor Hudson. Anthony Lee, Joey Palinkis, and Damon Wallace checking back into this game for Nordonia. Out there for Hudson is number 24, J.D. Taylor, Tyler Miller, David Gentry, Carter Buzel, and we also have Michael Klein out there for the Explorers. Pass deflected by Jones, it looked like. If the Knights need Anthony Lee, now is the best time for him to shine because the Knights still lucky to find themselves only down 2. Sloppy game so far by both teams. Not really able to execute on the offensive end. But boy, could the Knights use the speed and agility of Anthony Lee right now. Buzel off the mark with a 3. So we've gone about 3 minutes so far in this second quarter, and Hudson has yet to score. 5:06 to go here in the first half. It is a 12-10 lead in favor of the Hudson Explorers. Here comes Anthony Lee bringing the ball up for the Nordonia Knights. Out there is Joel Jones, Damon Wallace, Joey Palinkis, and Matt Hayes. Anthony Lee inside, kicks it out. Hayes has had another hot hand, and that's off the mark. Hayes, I should say, has been the other player with the hot hand, with Luke Tycody as well. J.D. Taylor finds Gentry. Dangerous pass, but a nice ball movement there. Hudson caught the Knights sleeping on that defensive possession, and Ryan Evans, who just checked in, able to get that score for Hudson. Anthony Lee is blocked by Gentry. The push, Miller all the way to the bucket, the lay-in, and the foul. Hudson is starting to pull away a little bit here. It is now a six-point lead for Hudson. Nordonia coach is not happy about that call. Some of them believe that that shot by Miller took place after the whistle had blown. But nonetheless, Miller completes the three-point play, And the Nordonia Knights find themselves down 7 here with 4:15 to go in this second quarter. 17-10 is our score here from Nordonia High School. The visiting Explorers on top. Here's Matt Hayes, pestered by J.D. Taylor. Joel Jones drives, and we'll see what the call is. A foul. Looks like it's going to be on number 25.
Foul is on number 1.
Or excuse me, it's on Bizzelli.
Second team foul.
So I told you, Matt Hayes has got the hot hand tonight. He and Ty Cody keeping the Knights in this one. The shot by J.D. Taylor is off the mark. J.D. Taylor gets it back and draws the foul on Joel Jones. So both coaching staffs aggressive with the refs and the players tonight. So J.D. Taylor will be at the line, though. He'll be shooting 2 shots. We have a 5-point advantage now for the Knights. Number 21, Mitchell Wychecki. Mitchell Wychecki checking in for the Knights. Wychecki, a center in 10th grade at 6'5". The second free throw here for J.D. Taylor is good, and it extends Hudson's lead to 6. 19-13 advantage, 3:37 to go here in the second quarter. Toussaint Perry Hanley checks in for the Knights, seeing his first minutes of the game. Wychecki with the jumper is no good. Here comes J.D. Taylor. Finds Gentry. Thought about the 3. Nice cut. Buzzelli off the mark. That was a nice pass from Gentry. Entry pass. Toussaint Perry Hanley, an open jumper is good. So that's what the Knights need right now. They just need some open shots, some ball movement, pushing the pace right now. It led to an open shot for Toussaint Perry Hanley, who's still rocking his red LeBrons. Those are some great shoes. And here is Miller. This is a 3-point shot that rims in and out for J.D. Taylor. And we're going to have a foul on David Gentry. And the Knights are going to get the ball back here. That's going to be the second foul on Gentry. Buzzelli and Gentry checking out for Hudson. Aiden Law back in for the Explorers. Isaiah Powell also checks in. Here comes Anthony Lee bringing the ball up for the Nordonia Knights. Finds Hayes. Hayes has got some extensive playing time tonight, and deservedly so. He's been great for the Knights tonight. Anthony Lee has struggled, though. He has yet to score. Toussaint Perry Hanley just hit a jumper, but he can't hit the 3. And looked like Wychecki was fouled by J.D. Taylor. Knights are going to keep possession here. 2:23 to go here in the first half. Knights 15, Explorers 19. 4-point advantage here for Hudson. Lee, the inbounds to Wychecki. Finds Wallace. Damon Wallace back to Anthony Lee, guarded by Aiden Law. Anthony Lee will pull a 3. Short. Struggled a bit tonight is Anthony Lee. Aiden Law on the fast break, guarded by Lee. It's an open 3 for Miller, and it's off the mark. Matt Hayes corrals the rebound and finds Anthony Lee. Knights lucky that shot didn't go down. Lee finds Hanley. Toussaint back to Lee. Lee trying to find an opening, finds Matt Hayes, who's double teamed for a moment. Back to Anthony Lee. Wychecki, excuse me. Almost had it stolen. The pass inside for Damon Wallace. Had it to, ball got deflected down there a little bit. Nordonia coaching staff very, very frustrated down by the bench area. Rightfully so. Their team has had some sloppy turnovers in this first half thus far. The drive by Ryan Evans is off the mark. Toussaint Perry Hanley hit a jumper a couple of possessions ago. Let's see what he can do. Anthony Lee for Matt Hayes, and Coach Dominique Sanders is going to call a timeout with 1 2:08 remaining here in the first half. The Knights are only down 4, and they're rather lucky to be down 4. It's been a tough, been a tough half for both teams offensively. Much lower scoring affair than last Friday when I covered the game with Ben Hirsch, but as I mentioned, some sloppy turnovers for the Knights, but Hudson hasn't really been able to take advantage. It's only a 4-point margin of a lead for Hudson. So we'll get back to you in a couple seconds from Nordonia High School. Welcome back, everyone, to Nordonia High School. Knights in a 4-point hole right now. 19-15 is our score with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go here in our first half of play. It's been competitive, but it's also been sloppy at times. Anthony Lee, who was the star of the show last game for the Knights, has struggled tonight, has yet to score. Tycody's had the hot hand, though, but he's short on the debt jumper. That was a 3-point attempt by Luke Tycody. This is Aiden Lal, finds Miller in transition. Miller, the drive. The tough layup is good. Nice move by Tyler Miller. Drove on the taller Mitch Wychecki and able to get the bucket. It's a 6-point lead for Hudson. Final 30 seconds of this second quarter. Tycody the drive. Finds Hayes. Matt Hayes doing a lot of dribbling. Back to Tycody. Luke Tycody able to get it down low for Wallace. Wallace, 16 seconds to go. Knights just taking their time, some time. Want to get a quality offensive possession here. Damon Wallace inside and almost turned it over, but he was able to ball deflected off a Hudson player. 6.2 to go here in the second quarter. Let's see what the Knights can do on this final offensive possession. Damon Wallace, a turnover and a steal. It is Ryan Evans. The 3, it's Miller, and it is an air ball. So another sloppy turnover for the Nordonia Knights. However, Hudson was not able to take advantage on their final offensive possession. And that ends our first half of play, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight from Nordonia High School. I'll give you a good bit of a recap of the first half. It has been a tough half for Anthony Lee. He has yet to score in this game. Knights are gonna need a big second half from him if they're gonna want to pull away with this win. The good news, however, Nordonia only down by 6, so they're gonna have a chance to come back here. They had a great third quarter Friday night, but they've had a tough first half so far with some poor offensive possession, some turnovers. Let's see what Anthony Lee, Joel Jones, and the crew will be able to cook up in that locker room and bring back out here on the court. As of right now, halftime score 21-15 Hudson. We'll be back for second half action right here on NordoniaHills.news. Stay tuned.
come out, and then that is
Toss like Justin can do with these guys. I just did something to think about.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Nordonia High School. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on Tuesday night basketball action for you from Macedonia, Ohio. We have a 21-15 score. The visiting Hudson Explorers are up on the Nordonia Knights. You're listening to Nordonia Knights boys varsity basketball broadcasts with Darius Sethna. Thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunately, Ben Hirsch is not with me tonight, as he was Friday night. I'm alone. Shane Romero, the cameraman, is with us tonight. Luke Tycote just hit a three, cut this lead to 3, as it's back up to 5 after the putback from J.D. Taylor, it looked like.
J.D. Taylor.
Yes, correct, it is Taylor. But before we get back into our play-by-play action, I just would like to let you know real quick that this broadcast and our live streaming and the recorded broadcast would not be possible without NordoniaHills.news and all the great work Mrs. Julie DeLuiso has done in the Nordonia Hills community, and SR Films. That stands for Shane Romero, our cameraman tonight. He's done a fantastic job these last couple of years here with the Nordonia Hills media program, and we're so happy to have him. So thank you, Shane, and thank you, Julie D., for all of your continued support to keep this journalism program going. Really appreciate it. And we're back here for play-by-play action from Nordonia High School. The lead is 5 for the Hudson Explorers, 23-18, with 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Joel Jones is double-teamed by Klein and Gentry. Damon Wallace, tough layup there to convert. That would have been a miracle if that shot went in. Here comes Aiden Law for the visiting Hudson Explorers. Out there for the Nordonia Knights, it's Matt Hayes, Joel Jones, Luke Tycote, Anthony Lee, and Damon Wallace. The three-pointer by Miller is good. That increases the Hudson lead to 8, and a pushing foul on Tyler Miller, so his celebration on that 3 is short-lived after committing that foul. As Luke Tycote will inbound, and he gets it. Looks like he'll get it to Matt Hayes, which he will. Hayes finds Jones. Joe Jones looking, trying to find someone. He tried to find Anthony Lee inside. Throughout the for the first half at least, as Miller rimmed out a 3. The putback by Lal is good. The Knights have really struggled, especially in the first half, to get the ball inside in the paint. They've had to settle for a lot of jump shots, which they've missed. This is the first double-digit lead of the game for either team. Hudson has extended their lead to 10. It's a 28-18 advantage for the Explorers. Anthony Lee, the star of the Nordonia Knights, has yet to score here in the game.
Wychecki into the game for the
Luke Tycote and Matt Hayes have really been the guys keeping Nordonia in this thing. They've hit some clutch shots down the stretch. Let's see if they'll be able to continue that as this game winds down. Looks like with the score at 28-18, they're going to need some clutch shooting right now. Joel Jones finds Tycote. Mitch Wychecki in early in this second half for Nordonia. Chakoti a three. Again, it's Luke Chakoti. He has been fantastic tonight. Right on cue, Luke Chakoti with another three-pointer, and the lead is cut to 7 for Hudson. Taylor finds Miller posting up on both Jones and Wychecki, able to get the bucket. So Tyler Miller, who been doing a lot of ball handling here for the Hudson Explorers, has gotten a couple of buckets here to start this third quarter. Hayes, guarded by Michael Klein. The nice pass for Joel Jones, and he gets on the board for this third quarter. The deflection almost stolen by Hayes. It is stolen by Hayes. Great anticipation by Matt. Matt drives on Taylor. The layup is good. Was not phased at all by Tyler Miller in his way, and he was able to convert the bucket. The lead for Hudson is down to 5. Strong start here for the third quarter. In the third quarter by the Nordonia Knights. They score 7 points alone in this third quarter. Where in a half they were only able to score 15 points. So another strong start to a third quarter. We saw the Knights have a strong start to their third quarter. Friday against Wadsworth, Damon Wallace was a beast on the boards. Anthony Lee was pushing the pace. Tonight, however, it's Luke Chakoti and Matt Hayes stepping up in a big way for the Nordonia Knights. We'll be back here in a few seconds to continue our third quarter of play right here from Nordonia High School. But as of right now, third quarter, it's Hudson 30, Nordonia 25. You're listening to Nordonia Hills Boys Varsity Basketball broadcasts with Darius Sethna. We'll be back in a few seconds. Welcome back to Nordonia High School, everyone. 4:31 to go here in the third quarter. Knights were down by as many as 10. They've cut that deficit in half. They're now only down by 5 as Matt Hayes fell very violently to the floor, and the layup is converted by, looked like it was Gentry there. Either Gentry or Klein. It was Michael Klein on that pass. Anthony Lee finds Jones. Joel Jones guarded by Lal. Matt Hayes. Guarded. Here's Chakoti. Wychecki thought about the 3. Back inside to Jones. Joel Jones thought about the cut, and he stepped out of bounds. That shot will not count by Hayes. Joel Jones with the turnover. And as I mentioned, even in that first Knights turning the ball over constantly, had some sloppy turnovers. It's honestly a miracle that they're only down by 7. Here come the Hudson Explorers. It's Miller, it's Taylor, the drive. The Knights want a backcourt violation, but it's a 3 by Klein that is short. Gentry is unable to get the offensive rebound, and the ball will be back in possession of Nordonia. 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. Hudson 32, Nordonia 7. Here comes Luke Chakoti, who's been doing a lot of the ball handling tonight for Nordonia. As I mentioned, Anthony Lee still yet to score. He's really struggled tonight. But he's definitely someone you're going to want to have on the floor in crunch time. Here's Chakoti. He's primarily guarded by Miller right now. Hayes, guarded by Taylor. Anthony Lee to Lee. Matt Hayes is open top of the key, and Chakoti didn't see him. Luke Chakoti didn't see him, and the ball went behind the Raptors. So looks like Luke Chakoti is going to be going to get it.
Jack Whitman checks in for Hudson.
And able to do so, so we can resume play once again. Chakoti will also inbound here. He's looking, finds Matt Hayes in the corner. Thought about the 3, back for Chakoti. Chakoti fakes. It's back for Matt Hayes. It's Lee, top of the key. Anthony sizing up his options. Back for Matt Hayes. Matt Hayes gets it to Lee. Lee, guarded by Lal, to Wychecki. Wychecki, nice cut by Jones. Jones fakes, fires. That really did look like a foul there. Joel Jones complaining, and rightfully so, as Explorers convert on the other end. That certainly looked like a foul. And Joel Jones unable to get the call there. And we have a pushing foul. And Knights able to get the foul call on that play. The Knights, the foul is going to be on Tyler Miller. So, second personal foul on Tyler Miller, and his second of both of those fouls have come in this third quarter. Toussaint Perry Hanley, who hit a jumper in the first half, gets back in the game for Nordonia. Here comes Hayes. Hayes finds Hanley. Back for Lee. Lee is guarded by, he's guarded by Klein, Michael Klein. The advance pass, the layup, the finish is good by Jack Lohitman. So this is the largest lead of the game for Hudson. It's an 11-point advantage, 36-25. As the Explorers don't need any help exploring the court of Nordonia High School, and they don't need help exploring where the basket is, because they've certainly found it in this third quarter as they've extended their lead to 11. Anthony Lee finds Hanley. Toussaint with a three. Rims in and out. Tough break for Toussaint. Here is Miller. Miller to Klein. Klein finds Aiden Law. Good defense by Perry Hanley. The inside pass for Gentry. Gentry to Law, who's open. The jumper is an air ball, way off the mark, but right back in the hands of Michael Klein. Great anticipation there by Miller. Miller has had his imprint on this game, and especially on this third quarter. The lead is 38-25. We'll come up on 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Nordonia Knights just cannot catch a break. Toussaint Perry Hanley had a three-pointer that just rimmed in and out. Liam Gopala Krishna, Joey Palinkis, Derek Ochapinti going to check in here for Nordonia. Matt Hayes, Anthony Lee, Luke Tykody coming out. So in there for Nordonia right now, Gopala Krishna, Joel Jones, Derek Ochapinti, Toussaint Perry Hanley, and Joey Palinkis. Three by Jones is an air ball. A little too strong on that three-point attempt. And we have a foul called on the Knights. Wychecki on the bench, just motivating his team to just stay in this thing. This is the largest deficit they've faced tonight, though. David Gentry doing some ball handling. Oh, Buzelli wide open. He found him, and he laid it up and in. Great find. Great cross-court find from David Gentry to Carter Buzelli. It's a 15-point lead. Knights had a strong start to this quarter, but they have just let Hudson completely blow this thing open. Jones goes up. Joe Jones looks a little frustrated right now. Had a tough foul that was not called. Buzelli here for the Hudson Explorers. He's guarded by Palinkis. Here on the side is Buzelli back again. Buzelli inside pass for Gentry. David Gentry had that deflected out of bounds. It was deflected out of bounds by Jones. Damon Wallace coming back in the game. And a good stint out there for Toussaint Perry Hanley. He just had some tough breaks, some shots just going in and out for Toussaint. Damon Wallace will be checking in, however. Let's see if Damon Wallace can really bring his rebounding game to the table tonight. Knights are going to need it. Final 13 seconds of this third quarter. Looks like Hudson's going to get the final possession here. Here is Jack Lohitman. Lohitman guarded by Gopala Krishna. Lohitman finds Buzelli in the corner. 2 seconds, one, and no one's going to get a shot off. As well, it was a good start to the quarter for Nordonia, but Tyler Miller of Hudson. Tyler Miller of Hudson put his imprint on that third quarter. The Explorers blow the Knights out in that third quarter and have extended their lead to 15. This is their largest lead of the game, the first double-digit lead for either team in this game. Knights are going to need Anthony Lee very much in this fourth quarter. Anthony is yet to score. We'll see what the Knights can do and what Dominique Sanders is drawing up for his team as we head to our fourth and final quarter of the night. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a couple of seconds with play-by-play action. But first, let me take a shout-out. Once again, this broadcast and the recorded broadcast and our live streams here on NordoniaHills.news would not be possible without the NordoniaHills.news network and the journalism department. And special thanks to Julie D'Aloiso for her fantastic work in the Nordonia Hills community, as well as SR Films. And that SR are the initials of cameraman Shane Romero tonight, who has been doing a fantastic job for us these last couple of years. So thank you, Shane. And we are back here at Nordonia High School. Buzelli couldn't get the pass in. It's deflected a little bit. Tried to find Gentry. Open shot for Klein is short. Knights able to get the rebound. A little bit of a hassle for it, but Palinkas comes away with it. Liam Gopalakrishna finds Anthony Lee. Anthony Lee, can he get his first points of the night? Yes, he can. Anthony Lee finally gets on the board. And it took him pretty much most of the game to do so. But it's a good start for Anthony. The lead is cut to 12. And he wasn't able to get the steal there, but it was a tough cross-court pass. The Knights have been the victim of some great cross-court passing tonight by the Hudson Explorers. Been tough tonight for Nordonia to basically just stay in the rebounding game with Hudson. Michael Klein, his first shot is good, so lead back to 13. As we mentioned, that three by Anthony Lee a few moments ago, his first points of the night. This is a guy who can definitely turn it on at any given moment, and the Knights are certainly going to need that now, and a steal by Anthony. Anthony pushes the pace to Gopalakrishna. The layup is off the mark. Looked like he got fouled and didn't get the call. Dominique Sanders wants that call, however will not be getting it. Anthony Lee's guarding Buzelli. And Anthony lost his assignment. Buzelli cuts inside for an easy layup. And just like that, the lead is back up to 15. Anthony Lee. It's Palinkas. It's a three by Ochipinti in the corner. That's good to go. Derek Ochipinti, his first points of the night. So, Knights open this quarter with a couple of threes. First from Lee and now from Ochipinti. The drive by Buzelli. Man, Carter Buzelli is buzzing his way through this defense. And the lead is now 14 for Hudson. Palinkas bounce pass for Wallace. Knights are throwing up some tough passes down there low in the paint. Liam Gopalakrishna, excuse me. Lee, open. Anthony Lee. He's 2 for 2 to start this fourth quarter. Anthony's starting to heat up a bit here, has 6 points. Knights are going to need him down the stretch. Taylor was about to be double-teamed. Ryan Evans now in the game for Hudson, who's been in the game. Wallace almost got the steal. Instead, it's Gentry. Gentry, the fake. The dish inside is off. Turnover for Hudson. Gentry was trying to find Ryan Evans on that cut, was unable to do so, and a turnover for Hudson. Knights get the ball back, down 11. 45-34 Hudson with 5:37 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Here from Nordonia High School in Macedonia. Here's Anthony Lee. It's Palinkas pestered by J.D. Taylor. Ochipinti guarded by Klein. Anthony in the corner, step back three, short. That was a tough contested three, and Hudson keeps it in bounds. Here come the Explorers on the push. It was an even break. Now it looks like they're going to run it out. Miller a three, off the mark. So Tyler Miller hit a couple of shots, some crucial buckets for the Explorers in that third quarter. However, he was unable to get that shot to drop. An 11-point lead for Hudson. 5:04 to go. Knights are going to need some scores here down the stretch in this one. Anthony Lee on the board with Hopefully 8 points now, an air ball by Anthony. Tough shot there, but he was able to get 2 threes earlier in the quarter. Now has 6 points in the game. Buzelli. And we have a foul called. That shot will not count. It's going to be a foul on the Knights. And it's going to be a foul on Ty Cody. Ty Cody had a hot start to this game along with Matt Hayes. Toussaint Perry Hanley is going to check in now, as well as Joel Jones. Damon Wallace and Derek Acapinti coming out of the game. So Dominique Sanders going with Toussaint Perry Hanley, Luke Tycody, Anthony Lee, Joey Palinkas, and Joel Jones. Maybe for the final 4 minutes, we'll see if he makes any more substitutions. The cut, the layup is good, and he might want to take Joey Palinkas out of that play, miss that defensive rotation. Let's see what Joey can do here. Finds Anthony Lee for Jones. Jones back for Anthony. Luke Tycody, open three. Got it. So another clutch bucket by Luke Tycody. The lead is back. The deficit is back to 10 for Nordonia, but they're going to have to overcome this deficit rather fast. Only 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in this game. Knights still down 10, 47-37. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say again, this recorded broadcast, and our live streams would not be possible without the NordoniaHills.news media network and Julie D'Aloiso, as well as SR Films. And the person SR Films, who I'm talking about, the initials of SR, Shane Romero, of a Nordonia graduate and our cameraman tonight. He's been doing great camera work all year long and these last couple of years actually for the Nordonia Hills Media Group. So thank you, Shane. This would not be possible without you. Appreciate all your hard work. And looks like we're just about ready to resume play here at Nordonia High School. Knights down 10. It's going to be a tough battle to climb, but let's see if the Knights are up for the challenge. Out there for Nordonia right now, Joey Palinkas, Joel Jones, Toussaint Perry Hanley, Luke Tycody, and Anthony Lee. And Anthony Lee finally getting on the board tonight. His first points coming in this fourth quarter. And Knights able to get the deflection here. Toussaint Perry Hanley, can he get some baskets? Tycody, who's had the hot hand. Oh, it's off the mark. Thought that was going in after the quality game he's had so far. Aiden Lall almost turned it over. Miller fakes, drives, and had it deflected. It's going to remain with Hudson. Matt Hayes going to be checking in. He's coming in for Joey Palinkas. Matt Hayes, who's kind of been Luke Tycody's partner in crime tonight, keeping the Knights in this thing. But Hudson and Tyler Miller have had an answer all the way through. Miller unable to convert that layup. Joel Jones finds Tycody. This is where the Knights are on that breast, on the break. Tycody, the nice fake, and that's going to be a double dribble on Tycody. And tough break there for Luke, who's had a great night tonight. Here is Tyler Miller. Back for J.D. Taylor, who's going to bring the ball up for Hudson. J.D. Taylor giving out some instructions to his teammates. David Gentry, guarded by Joel Jones in the corner. Gentry struggling to find someone. He finds Aiden Lall. Lall. This is Taylor. Back for Gentry. Miller. Lall, guarded by Lee. Now guarded by Hanley. It's Klein. Michael Klein to Miller. To Gentry. The cross-court pass. Another great cross-court pass, but Klein mishandled it, but he drives all the way inside and gets it to go. So, bad interior defense there by Nordonia. Liam Gopalakrishna looking to check in for Nordonia. He will be doing that soon. Next dead ball, most likely. The lead is 12 for Hudson with 2:33 to go. Matt Hayes deflected that ball, but it doesn't matter because it's still in possession of the Explorers. And the refs are going to just say that the Explorers called a timeout before the foul call. So 2:28 to go in this final quarter. The Explorers are maintaining their lead in this one. 49-37 lead for Hudson here on the road against the Nordonia Knights. We'll see if Anthony Lee and the crew can find some juice to muster up a much-needed win here and gain some momentum after that win they had on Friday night against the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Final 2:28 coming your way right now. And only change for the Knights, that substitution, Liam Gopalakrishna checking in for Nordonia. It's been a tough game for the Knights tonight. They've had some bad turnovers, and they've had some tough breaks in terms of foul calls. Joel Jones had a pretty obvious foul call in that third quarter. Jason Perry Hanley is going to be assigned the task of guarding Tyler Miller. Right now it's J.D. Taylor guarded by Gopalakrishna. It's Miller. Miller drives the speed. The layup is no good. Perry Hanley on the break to Hayes. Matt Hayes is double teamed and was struggling. And we're going to have a foul. It's going to be on 25, Tyler Miller. It's going to be number 3. Or 4, excuse me. Wow. So all 4 fouls by Miller have come in this this second half. Derek Acapinti will be checking back in for the Nordonia Knights. Klein finds Gentry. David Gentry double teamed. Great steal by Joel Jones, but Joel Jones, I guess, didn't see it.
10-second violation.
I get Dominique Sanders is frustrated with Jones's effort on that play, so he's going to take a seat on the bench. Vincent McFarland is going to come into the game. There's a great effort play, however, by Joel Jones. As I mentioned, has done a great job being like an energy bunny on this Knights team. Vince McFarland to Acapinti. Derek Acapinti will drive all the way, kick it out. Hayes, a corner 3. Yeah, spanked it in. So, like I said, Matt Hayes has been really the second fiddle to Luke Tycody's great game tonight. And the lead is back to single digits for Hudson. A lot of yelling here going on the sidelines. It's been a little bit difficult to concentrate. Sorry, my apologies. Inbound to Lal. Lal gets it ahead. It's Gentry. David Gentry. The cut by Klein. The layup is let by fouled. He thought he was fouled. Here come the Knights on the break, and a bad pass by Acapinti. Lee wasn't expecting it. It is Miller on the lay-in. Knights didn't get back on defense. Gopalakrishna finds Acapinti. Acapinti back for McFarland. He'll try a 3 and miss it. Rushed possession there for the Knights, but we come up on a minute remaining, and it looks like Hudson is going to pull away with this win. An unbelievable third quarter by Hudson, and Tyler Miller pulls them through. Unless the Knights are going to have to come up with a miracle here. Acapinti a 3. Got it, so the deficit is cut to 8 with still a minute to play, so game is certainly not over. We'll see what the Knights are going to... It looks like they're going to have to do some... execute some full court pressure. Dominique Sanders giving instruction to his team right now. We will be back with you for the final minute of this interscholastic basketball game between the Nordonia Knights and the Hudson Explorers. You're listening to Nordonia Boys Varsity broadcasts of basketball with Darius Sethna. I'm your host. However, unfortunately, Ben Hirsch is not with us tonight. Hopefully, he will be in the future, though. But stay tuned. Welcome back to Nordonia High School, ladies and gentlemen. Final minute of play here from the Hugh Griffith Memorial Arena. It's Hudson 51, Nordonia 43, minute to go. And it's going to be Aiden Lal to inbound. Knights have to commit a foul. Like I said, they're going to have to implement some full court pressure here if they want any chance of salvaging this game. And Aiden Law is going to inbound. Finds Gentry, David Gentry, running the length of the court. Miller's back. It's Miller, Tyler Miller, the layup. Oh, he missed it. Knights need to push now. 50 seconds to go. Acapinti. And smart play by Dominique Sanders. They're calling the timeout. Looked like Acapinti would possibly lose it. So a good play there by Derek Acapinti. And a good call there also by Dominique Sanders. Only 11 seconds went off the clock in all of that time. So 49.1 to go here in the final quarter of play. It is still a 51-43 deficit for the Nordonia Knights. As I mentioned, they're going to have to be executing some full court pressure very soon. And Knights probably are not going to have many timeouts left, so they're going to have to use these timeouts to their advantage. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, special thanks to Julie D'Aloiso and Shane Romero for giving me the opportunity to broadcast this game tonight. I appreciate both of your guys' efforts, especially during these unprecedented times, to help me continue my opportunity in broadcasting the Knights games. It's been a tough one tonight for Nordonia. Let's see if they'll be able to salvage something out of this game. As we're ready to go, Gopala Krishna, Acapinti, Lee, McFarland, and Matt Hayes in there for the Knights. Derek Acapinti, they're going to have to gum up with something fast. Derek drives all the way. The layup is off the mark, and that looks like it will do it. It is Lal. Lee pressuring him. Lal goes and finishes. It's back to 10 with 30 seconds to go. Gopala Krishna to Hayes. Matt Hayes, who hits some threes. Kicks it out. Vince McFarland, that's a 2. It looked like his foot was on the line. And we have a foul. Number 24, J.D. Taylor, is fouled, so he's going to be inbounding. 19.6 to go. Knights down 10. So looks like Hudson's going to come up with a big win on the road here. David Gentry. It's Klein. It should be an easy layup, and it certainly is. The lead is now 12 for Hudson, and that will do it. Gopala Krishna finds Acapinti. A corner 3 is short. Acapinti offensive rebound. Gopala Krishna will now try a 3 from the corner. That's off the mark. McFarland get the rebound, and that is it. So it was a strong start for Nordonia in that third quarter. They had some momentum. They were down by 10, cut the lead to deficit to 5, and they had some momentum. However, Tyler Miller turned it on for the Hudson Explorers. He was their primary ball handler, and he was just fantastic tonight. Struggled tonight for the Knights, though, especially on the offensive end. Anthony Lee struggled, only 6 points tonight. We'll get you your top scorer for Hudson in a moment here, but as I mentioned, the Knights struggling offensively. It was not Luke Tycote or Matt Hayes who struggled, however. They were really keeping the Knights in this game. Then the second half got to them. And our leading scorer tonight with 15 points is Michael Klein for the Explorers. We will be back with our quick post-game report here from Nordonia High School. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Darius Sethna. Stay tuned for our post-game report. Can't wait to see you.